know you're gold, all on your own, but we keep shining in the light. Out with our friends, I keep thinking it's only us in here tonight. I know that you're not looking for somebody, but let me be the one tonight. Don't need to suffer through some heartache. Just let me be the one tonight. Be the one tonight. Be the one tonight. Be the one tonight. Your eyes hold mine 1, 2, 3 times. It's no coincidence we stayed. What if we find the reason why neither of us can walk away? I know that you're not looking for somebody, but let me be the one tonight. Don't need to suffer through some heartache. Just let me be the one tonight. Be the one tonight. Be the one tonight.
is approval of the board agenda.
I make a motion to approve the board agenda.
Second.
All right, motion second.
And I will roll call. Dr. Nancy Williamson.
Aye.
Kevin Byrd.
Aye.
Dr. Danny Cross. Dorothy Watson.
Aye.
And Mark Matthews.
The agenda's approved. Next item is the consent agenda.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion
Second.
second.
And I will roll call. Dr. Danny Cross.
Aye.
Dorothy Watson.
Aye.
Kevin Byrd.
Aye.
Dr. Nancy Williamson.
Aye.
And Mark Matthews.
Aye.
The consent agenda is approved. Business before the board, we have all of these memorandums of understanding, which are just routine for this time of year. The HI Sports Network, Schools Together Allowing No Drugs Stand, Appalachian Life Quality Initiative, ALQUI, and then that's the lease agreement, Appalachian Life Quality Initiative, ALQUI grant, the Children's Center of the Cumberlands, Personal Body Safety Program, Grace Rehab Center, Stellar Therapy Services, East Tennessee Children's Hospital Telehealth, and Staff EZ of Tennessee. These are all just part of the functioning that we have to do every year. Any questions?
I make a motion we approve these MOUs.
Second.
Motion second.
And I will roll call. Mark Matthews.
Aye.
Kevin Byrd.
Aye.
Dr. Danny Cross.
Aye.
Dorothy Watson.
Aye.
And Dr. Nancy Williamson.
Aye. Motion carries. The next item is a contract with Panorama Education. And this is something that is very necessary and needed for all the different testing and data that we have on students, that it can be compiled in one package.
All schools will be
Yes.
just
It's a
kind of a
district.
platform for data.
Yeah. And especially with all of this retention in third, fourth, fifth grade, it'll be right there. We can pull it up and say, okay, here's what we're basing it on.
There were two different quotes wasn't there? In the, when I, on the online, I saw a couple of different. I was just gonna say, ask which one we're going with. Yeah, 20,357 or 27
There was
something.
two.
That's not here.
No.
It's not.
I don't know which one it would be.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, I was just
Sorry.
curious.
Well,
We'll
right here,
use textbook money to pay for it. That's
Yeah, just different levels of
Yes.
services.
the annual partnership cost is
Is that our
$21,475.
choice?
And then the three-year
Yeah.
partnership cost
Yeah.
is $20.
Oh, yeah, there it is, 21
Yeah,
yeah.
So which one, we got
it's 21, and then I think the next year.
the next choice, if you,
Well,
the choice
the
was.
start-
What happens
things
when we
higher
get it,
than
the
we-
introductory one is higher, just because of
28,
the setup.
something
Now, I
like
know
that,
what you're talking about now,
28,000
Kevin.
the first
The
one.
introductory one is higher.
Yeah, and it's really
because
nominal.
And then the
difference.
maintenance one is the 20.
I think it comes with training.
It does.
Yes.
So we're on maintenance now.
No,
No,
we're
this will
starting.
be,
We're just
we're just gonna start it. So we will have to pay the higher this first
Okay.
year, and we'll use the rest of our textbook money to, because obviously we have to.
That's to get
we have
all
to
the
spend it.
tools and all the
Yeah.
stuff that you
Yes.
need.
And the training.
It's merging Skyward and whatever else.
Everything in one, we have a
So we'll be able
bunch.
to do attendance, discipline,
Mhm.
all the RTI data, all the SPED evaluations.
So it
All in
should
one
say
place, one piece of
Anything
paper.
you need to
Yeah.
know on a
potentially.
student,
Yes.
right there.
And it
for them.
follows them, and like
Yeah.
I could pull up and look at the Millsboro High School, they could pull up and look at the previous
How
It's,
did-
child's.
it's
How
great
did-
in S-team meetings.
Yeah.
How did they ever do it without,
I don't know.
It's awful right now.
it's crazy, well, I mean,
Well, you didn't have this much.
yeah,
We never had as much as we've
No,
got
and now it's just, I mean, it's just like a snowball. This requires this requires this requires this.
it's
And you've
amazing.
got to get it all consolidated into
This will
one.
be great for our teachers.
Ability without knowledge.
And then they'll come up with something else next
Yeah.
year that you
You gotta be
have,
accountable
that
for
is,
everything.
Yeah.
be compatible with.
Yeah.
You gotta buy something
Where did
else.
where did we see it? Somebody I'm sure had it or is using it.
Actually, I think that the elementary saw it first.
They
And somebody had done a Zoom with us, and it was like, and so we were like, okay, this is wonderful, and then we started just kind of talking about it and passed it down the line. S-team meetings with 800 kids, student services meetings that we do every 4.5 weeks, and everybody has their own piece of data, and they're having to bring notebooks.
Yeah,
I mean, they
exactly.
carts and carts of data to everyone, and just to be able to pull it up and look.
And honestly, like,
Yeah.
if we can take stress off of our staff, this will be a
Who-
great way to do it.
Who gets to do all this? Put all this in?
Get pulls,
Yeah,
get pulls
pulls,
from
yeah.
different platforms that we
Does
use. Now,
it?
some of it we'll have to manually do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we use 10 pulls for IEPs, it pulls from that. Skyward, it pulls everything from Skyward and AIS. So it has a lot of, our testing
there's a-
platforms are compatible with it. But like, she's had to call me before, Kelly's had to call me before, and I've had to look back at a permanent record of a child just to try to gather all data,
Oh,
you
wow.
know, from 3 or 4 years ago, so.
Or there's a notebook that travels with a
There's a
kid.
notebook, yeah, it's just not, it's not conducive.
Time.
We're excited, really
That comes
excited.
from Boston, doesn't it? I wonder, they apparently don't use it in their schools up that far north either, do they?
I don't know, like probably,
The mess they've got and all.
probably not.
Yeah, we don't want those problems. We're
I
good.
saw where it originated from.
Is that where it originated from?
I think it is Boston,
So
Massachusetts.
they made it, but they don't use it. Well, we've done several Zooms.
Well, they got a good thing.
Yeah, we've done several Zooms. They've walked us through the platform, and we actually did a little trial with it, kind of to see how everything pulled. So we've tried it out. Feel confident about it.
Okay, very good. Do I hear a motion that we approve this contract with Panorama Education?
I'll make that motion.
Motion,
Second.
second.
Who opened? Dorothy, was that you? Or I think
Or
you
Dave,
okay.
whoever.
Just making sure.
Somebody.
Okay, I'll do roll call. Dr. Nancy Williamson,
Aye.
Dr. Danny Cross,
Ah,
Mark Matthews,
Aye.
Kevin Byrd,
Aye.
and Dorothy Watson.
Motion carries. The next item is supplemental pay amendments. The money's there, we're just having to change the names. Right.
Yeah, like say Miss Marilyn, or Miss Melinda when she left, so her portion will go to Miss Marilyn
Yeah.
because she's done the work. That's just a kind of, and we added we're looking at doing a camp for our coaches this summer, and if so, that's on there. If we can get it set up, we'd like to pay them for attending,
Camp for what?
like a coaches clinic.
for all sports or,
I don't know, I'm working with, some people just to kind of see where we can go, but we'll pay them probably a flat rate of like $200 a day, just to help motivate. It's hard to find coaches, and we're trying to, you know, we brought in a better way, we did that, and now, and it's, one person I've been talking to is local, that's willing to do a clinic, but, I'm just trying to do
So
something
what-
for our coaches.
What do you mean for our coaches to do what?
A coaching clinic,
Like education.
yeah. Yeah, because it's hard when you're non-faculty.
Like following
Doing coaching.
policies and
Oh, okay,
fiscal
okay,
management.
Yeah, and I wrote
Like, there's like this,
I wrote a handbook.
you know,
Yeah.
the issues that
Yeah.
go with along the
Of course,
way.
Jimmy will be involved, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's also kind of an insurance policy too.
Yes.
That just goes south.
law.
That's a good idea.
Training.
And again, I don't know who would want to participate, or even if it is, but like, if we're gonna do this, like, I've gotta get started on it now, so that's why I'm asking for you guys to.
But it'll be a requirement, they won't have a choice really.
Well, it's according to what I can set up.
So all the staff coaches and your non-faculty guys
Are invited.
have to go to this?
They're invited. I don't know, again, I don't know who I can get to do the coaching clinic. I've been working with one person right now, setting it up.
But
So if I get
about-
multiple, it'll just be according to what.
Out of the county? I mean,
No,
is it
it's
city,
here.
county, everybody, whoever comes?
I think this person's gonna invite, of course, Oneida. I don't know, maybe I don't know, if they invite
Area
somebody else,
people.
that's okay too.
Sure.
Well, if we're doing it for insurance purposes too, Jenny, it looks like that it may be a requirement, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Cause they need to know that stuff.
They do. I've just gotta make sure that I can get everything. I don't wanna waste their time, you know?
Right, right.
And so I've just gotta make sure that I can get the people in place to do the actual clinic. But I've had a commitment from one person, so I'm just hoping.
Well, if you're gonna pay them, you're not gonna waste their time, you know what I'm saying?
No.
So,
I think it'll be a great thing for our coaches, and we also did a handbook. I don't know how, I wrote a handbook, or a guidebook.
A coach's guidebook?
I did. This past year.
Are they using it now?
Yeah, it's been handed to them. It's just kind of protocols for purchasing, and
Oh,
they can go and they can flick through and kind of see.
Different laws and stuff that come out every year.
There is, and that's
You
the
have to-
problem. It's not
Yeah,
that
they
we're
need-
creating it.
they need to know.
It's just.
Yeah, they
Our
need to
auditors
know.
will flag something that
Yes.
wasn't flagged the year before, that.
And so it's just a guide.
Well,
for-
that, yeah, and laws that, you know, are passed down the way, that you can't.
How many non-faculties do we have coaching?
I don't know off the top of my head.
We
We have
have
We
at least
more.
like over 10.
More than
football
15.
staff. or
Yeah,
so.
probably.
least.
Wow.
By the time you, like, the pitching coaches.
Cause
We're
you-
talking about
got
assistants as well.
Yeah, we're talking,
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
you've got the fishing team, you typically.
Oh,
got-
yeah.
in the 20 range, probably.
Yeah.
I just think if you're not used to working with kids, you don't know how to handle things.
Mhm.
It's not that somebody's doing anything wrong, it's
No,
just
no,
like,
no.
It's just like, even like something simple, like, we're not gonna have this discussion right now when you guys are hot, like, this can move to Monday morning. Like, we will not discuss this right now. Like, even if you don't, if you're somewhere and there's not an administrator there, the coach has to know,
Right.
I will not discuss this right now. This
you
is-
could probably.
And
put
walk away from
concussion
that. That's-
trainings, all your concussion, your required trainings
Yeah.
into the heat,
Yeah.
whatever.
And I'm not trying to like take away their coaching clinics, they'll still attend those. I'm just talking about a local.
Oh, no, that is a good idea.
Yeah,
It's a good idea.
and I'm sure.
I hope it's a good idea. If it's not, then it's my fault.
Well,
So-
if I were a coach, if you were a coach, you would like for somebody to tell you that stuff that's changed, the laws and stuff, you know, so it's,
Yeah,
Well, it's been
It's
so
gonna
long
be
now.
beneficial.
for
And it's
me,
like
a
it'd be
revolving door.
beneficial or something like
yeah.
that.
What's a law now, in 6 months it may not be.
Right.
okay.
Cause you've got TSSAA and then you got
Yep,
the middle school.
TSSAA.
which is-
Yeah, and you
Right.
have to fool with TWS stuff. Darn it.
All right,
Okay, supplemental amendments, do I hear a motion we approve this?
I make a motion to approve these supplemental amendments.
Second.
Motion second.
Now we'll roll call. Kevin Byrd,
Aye.
Dorothy Watson,
Aye.
Dr. Nancy Williamson,
Aye.
Mark Matthews,
Aye.
and Dr. Danny Cross.
Motion carries. Next item is we have 2 people to grant tenure. Kevin Smithers and Heather Crabtree.
Motion.
Motion second.
And I will roll call. Kevin Byrd,
Aye.
Mark Matthews,
Aye.
Dorothy Watson,
Aye.
Dr. Nancy Williamson,
Aye.
and Dr. Danny Cross.
Motion carries. 2 more tenured teachers. Item E is budget amendments, and these are just simply moving from one category to another within that area. CTE, public safety, general purpose, pre-K, all core, ESSER.
On the ESSER, the 66,560 for building construction, is that the new construction?
oh, no. What number
Just-
is that? 706. That's our gym.
Just
It's
general?
not the CTE stuff, is that what you're asking?
Or the elementary?
Yes, that's what it is, yeah.
That's part of construction, not?
Yes, yeah.
And right here, under all core,
Mhm.
just this item, other contracted services, what are those? I'm guessing this is for the personnel. Thank you. I make a motion that we approve these budget amendments.
Motion,
Second.
second.
And I will roll call. Dr. Danny Cross, Kevin Byrd,
Aye.
Dr. Nancy Williamson,
Aye.
Mark Matthews, and Dorothy Watson.
Aye.
Motion carries. We have 4 letters of resignation. 3 of them are just resigning from coaching positions. And the 4th one is resigning from the cafeteria. David Blevins, OMS Girls Soccer, Amber Baird, OMS Girls Soccer, Kevin Smithers, OMS Basketball, and Brielle Williams, cafeteria.
I know David's going to the high school. Is
Yeah.
Heaven, is she going somewhere else or is she just,
going with him.
Oh, she's going with?
No, Amber is.
Amber's going with
Amber and
David.
David.
Okay.
I thought she said Amber, did you not?
Heaven's not going to middle school.
She's not
I
coaching
think they're
middle
still
school
asking.
basketball.
Kelly, you're still trying for soccer for middle school, right?
Is she gonna coach anything, Heaven?
She's fixing to get married, isn't she?
Yeah.
I put in for the middle school basketball position, but
Do you
wasn't
have any,
considered.
any interest?
I
Any
did.
interest?
I put in Kevin.
Do
Have they beat you out of another?
you have
coach?
interest?
I did. I told her I had a lot of cheerleading experience.
I wish you'll never get a coach in.
Experience.
How come you haven't jumped on nobody
I
yet?
really did try to
So
apply
that's
them.
promising.
What?
Maybe when I leave, it'll just go and they'll know who it's me.
Okay, do I hear a motion we approve these letters of resignation?
Motion.
Motion?
Second.
Second.
At the same time.
Wait.
I'll do you this time. Okay, Kevin Byrd,
Aye.
Dorothy Watson,
Aye.
Dr. Danny Cross, Mark Matthews,
Aye.
and Dr. Nancy Williamson.
Aye. Motion carries. The last item on business is the fundraiser request for OHS cheerleading, Little Caesar Pizza Kit, and Little Cheer Camp. That's June 3rd through the 7th. That's an annual event that the kids really look forward to.
I make a motion we approve these fundraisers.
Motion?
Second.
Second?
And I will roll call. Dorothy Watson,
Aye.
Mark Matthews,
Aye.
Dr. Danny Cross, Dr. Nancy Williamson,
Aye.
and Kevin Byrd.
Motion carries. That's all the business before the board. Director's report.
I need to hire the following people. Amber Baird, Stacy Barnes, Stephanie Boshears, Lisa Boyd, Leslie Boyd-Neal, Kim Burris, Amy Buttram, Tina Buttram, Sandra Byrd, Wendy Chambers, Haley Chitwood, Melissa Cooper, Tanya Crabtree, Melinda Crescent, Kendra Cross, Melissa Cruz, Lee Culver, Stephanie Duncan, Amy Ellis, Lisa Gilbert, Leanne Goins, Jody Green, Warren Hanby, Heather Hill, Valerie Hoffman, Jody Jeffers, Karen Jeffers, Crystal Jones, Miranda Jones, Carrie Kidd, Loretta Lay, Jody Lake, Teresa Lau, Ashley Martin, Devin Martin, Brittany Martin, Denise May, Jim May, Caitlin Neely, Phil Newport, Leslie Peterson, Debbie Phillips, Tristan Rector, Dana Sexton, Heath Sexton, Tori Slavin, Brady Smith, Dennis Smith, Zach Smith, Haley Stonetopper, Danny Strunk, Kevin Terry, Sherry Terry, Paige Thompson, Caitlin West, Marv West, Patty West, Sean West, and Laura Wilson. And then also, Joshua Barnes. And last but not least, I need to recognize somebody really important, Miss Janice Smith. If you've ever been around Miss Janice, she's pretty amazing, right? So she got the People's Choice Award this month, so we did a little celebration with her. So super excited about that. She was, there was a lot of really nice things said about Miss Jenna. If you know Miss Jenna, you know she's got a very caring and loving heart, and she's also got a servant's heart. Definitely great for elementary, loves the kids, and so that's a well-deserved award. Also, we need to set a date for the budget meeting. So if you guys could, I guess, get with Nancy and let me know
That's the one we do, the end of June.
whatever date, so we can get that on the books. That would be great.
We did that early in the morning, right?
Yeah.
It was on June 30th last year. It was right at the end of June.
Also in your packet is a lot of information. I won't go through that since we've got soccer, but you guys can go through your stuff and just kind of, and I'll let Stacy go, because I know she's got a lot going on.
I totally dropped the ball, Mr. Do the month, last month. We actually did have one ready, I just didn't bring the information. So we're gonna back up to April.
They had it on their thing, so they're good.
Okay, so do you need to, do I need to? Okay.
Whatever you
All right,
want.
it was Landon Shoemaker, he was selected from the history department, so you guys have that information. I'm so sorry that I didn't formally recognize him. But he was praised by his teacher for his rapport with his peers and consistency he demonstrates with strong work ethic. providing quality work, respectful demeanor toward teachers, just excels academically. He goes above and beyond to assist his classmates, showcasing commitment to the success. Landon has a passion for history and loves to share with those around him. And then this month, Student of the Month was from the Arts Department. And I invited both of them tonight, but I think both had prior obligations. So the Art Department wanted to recognize Grady Laxton. He is a wonderful young man who consistently demonstrates respectful and responsible behavior. He is kind and courteous to teachers, classmates alike. Actively participating in class, Grady often offers insightful comments. During discussions, he is conscientious about the quality of his work and takes pride in being meticulous. He only submits his best. As a senior, Grady has shown great interest in pursuing post-secondary education and played an active role in the admissions process. He is an advocate for himself and takes initiative in seeking answers. Grady has an unwavering positive attitude and a polite demeanor, which make him a pleasure to be around. He exemplifies what other students should aspire to be. It is an honor to have Grady in class and recognize him as OHS's Student of the Month. So that's a very nice write-up. So we are going to, now that we have all of our students in there, we will draw there's a scholarship involved from those 9 students. So we will draw that and I will present that I'll get that to them and then let you guys know who that was. Also, just to say a few words about Dominic. I'm sure, I hope he wouldn't be offended for me saying this, but I wouldn't say he was a super strong student, slept a lot in class, and there has just been this complete change in him this year. Ms. Jeffers and I were discussing it, that she has worked with him, and he's just been able to build that academic confidence and has just flourished. And so to see him get this award, like we were all just so excited for him, that he can, again, just grow in that, because he's so smart. He's one of those kids that could slip through the cracks, just not being motivated or paying attention in class, because he's so intelligent. So, along with these other two, but that was just such a highlight for our day today when we found out that was him. So we had a beautiful prom. I want to show appreciation to Haley Chitwood and her events class. We haven't had the events class since I taught the events class, and that takes such a huge pressure off of the teachers for those students to take on those roles, and it's such a great real world experience within that marketing beautiful event. So we're always happy with that. Yeah, and senior awards day, we changed it up this year and did it with the Ayers Foundation. I thought that was a more efficient way to do it, and I just thought it went really well. And then finished up all of our testing, except for we have AP exams coming up on the 15th for Ms. Smithers' world history class, and then whatever other AP classes our kids are doing online. So we did move teacher appreciation to the last week of school. I hope that was okay, but we were just so, like, I'm drowning this week next week with graduation, and we just thought in order to really show appreciation to our teachers, it would be better for the principals and staff to have a little more time to plan that and execute it so that it's meaningful and not just something that we rush through. So Kelly agreed to do that for me. So I really appreciate that. Also, one other thing, I'm sorry, I know I'm talking a lot. I want to just talk about the Veterans Heritage Project for a minute, and I have seen, they're not really supposed to show, but that published book, they're going to have a book signing for that. That is such an amazing project. We're the only school in Tennessee that did that, and our kids are published in the Library of Congress. I mean, it is amazing. We have 4 kids that are published in that book, and they brought in veterans, interviewed them, wrote their stories. And it's just been such an amazing thing, and we're going to continue it. So we're going to celebrate veterans and have a book signing. I already said I want to purchase one of the books. They're $25 because you should see the quality is just ridiculous. It's amazing. Our yearbooks came out as well. I want to thank Leanne Goins for all her work on that, and the students that work on yearbook. It's a beautiful yearbook. I'm sure you'll get that soon. I think she's coming the first graduation practice to pass those out to students, so you'll get those soon. And that's it for me.
Very good. Lots going on.
Yeah.
Kelly?
All right, same thing, we've got a whole lot going on, we just finished TCAP and NWEA testing, so our testing is behind us for the year, thank goodness. So now we're gonna move on into doing some fun things, some trips with the kids. I want to thank Great Dane, they're a great partner with us every year, they bring the kids in, Talkahawta, so Miss Gretchen Stevens is working on that. So May the 8th, our kids will get to go to Great Dane, and they take them in, show them, you know, we want our kids to see real life world experiences and not just, you know, college life and college degrees. They need to know the trade schools as well. So we're taking them to those, TCAT, been wonderful to let us bring the kids in. So those are some things we're doing with 8th grade. Freshman orientation is May the 13th for our 8th graders. And we're making that mandatory during the school day for just the kids. And then we'll do a parent one at the beginning of next year. We've got 8th grade formal on May the 10th at 6 o'clock at the barn at Magnolia. Graduation May the 14th at 6, Awards Day May the 15th for 6th and 7th grade at 1, in which First National Bank will be there to provide or present our teachers with their mini grants as well. And then May the 16th, I'm crazy and I've lost my mind, but I'm taking the entire middle school at 1 and 2 to Dollywood. Currently I have 161 students who are going to Dollywood with me and a whole bunch of other adults, but a lot of our kids never get out of Scott County, so regardless of discipline, attendance, grades, I give them one opportunity to have something at the end of the year that they can do. We awarded the students who had perfect attendance, they got their trip paid for, so they get to go at no cost. And then May the 17th, we're bringing the 5th grade up again to do OMS Day with them. And like Stacy said, May the 20th, we're gonna do Teacher Appreciation Week, and just a little background on that. Next week's just such a busy week for everybody with graduations and everything. We did want to give the teachers and devote some time to them, so we've got some great things for them. You received your middle school yearbook tonight. I want to give kudos to Miss Beth Duncan. She has worked tirelessly on the middle school yearbook, and I think she did a fantastic job this year. It is excellent. And well, like you already know, I need a girls basketball coach and a girls soccer coach and a 6th grade social studies teacher. So, if you have any ideas, let me know. We are gonna start interviews next week for basketball and soccer. We have had 2 applicants for soccer, 1 for basketball right now, but next week, Miss Mayberry, myself, and Mr. Terry are gonna sit down and do interviews for those 2 positions. But the best news of the week is our playground company is on site. They moved in today, they've set their RV up, and they will start tomorrow construction. So let's pray the rain holds off and they can get started tomorrow.
Very good.
Save the best for
Number 3,
last.
yes.
I didn't get the teacher appreciation memo in time, so I already had plans, so we're gonna show our teachers appreciation next week, so we have things lined up. They did include me, but I will have you a yearbook when they come in. I saw that yearbook up there. I think that they gave you a calendar last time they were here, but I have 3 different awards days. You're welcome to come to all of them. May 16th at 11 o'clock, we'll have pre-K awards at Bethlehem Church. They're getting them in the gym is hard. At 5:30 that night, we will honor kindergarten through 2nd grade. And then on May the 17th at 5:30, we will honor 3rd through 5th grade with an awards day. I think that Ashley talked last time about the new curriculum that we're getting for ELA. Excitement is buzzing through the building. They're begging to throw the old textbooks away. We can't yet, but they're very excited. We've got a lot of preparation going on, so I'm excited because they're excited. We're going to host the senior walkthrough on May the 10th at 10 o'clock. If you guys want to come see the seniors, get teary-eyed, walking through the elementary school is always super special. I wanted to give you guys a 3rd grade retention update. What I know for now, this is all I have for now. First of all, I want to say that I have a 3rd grader. She's 8 years old. She has taken the 10 Ready test, all parts of it, math, ELA, and science. She has taken what is called Ames Web, which is an online test, which is a pathway to promotion. She has taken the NWA reading test, and she has taken the iReady math test, and that is within 2 weeks. That's what my 8-year-old has done within 2 weeks. So it's too much, we know that, but I kind of wanted to set the stage for what I'm getting ready to tell you next. Because even after all of that, it looks like we have 11 students out of all of our third grade students that are gonna have to do a retake, or we're gonna have to find a pathway to promotion for them. So I feel like with all of those expectations, they've put in such hard work. The teachers have worked so hard this year, the kids have worked so hard this year. And I'm just really proud, like, I'm just super proud of all of them. 11 out of 115 is not really bad, you know, so we'll take it. We're gonna find a way to get those kids to 4th grade. I don't think that any of them need to be retained, but we'll follow the rules and we'll get them on to 4th grade. Either through summer school or, you know, a retake test, whatever we have to do. And I think that's all I have. Oh, I did wanna say that we're wrapping up testing too. Denise and Amanda have tested 700 kids over the last few weeks. It's overwhelming. We're not one-to-one with devices, so we have to share everything. They've been incredible. They roll on. It's so stressful on them, and they pull it off every time. So I want to say thanks to them too.
Is the ELA curriculum coming to the middle school as well?
They have their own curriculum. So we adopted, I guess it was the year before last, we adopted what we called guidebooks for 3 through 5 because the middle school was already using it.
That was
It's very
before the
knowledge-based. It builds a lot of knowledge. So 3-8 has the same curriculum now. So we wanted to find something that mirrored that for K2 because what we're seeing is we're not building enough of a foundation and then they get in 3rd grade and we're pushing all this rigor because it's very rigorous, isn't it?
Yes.
So we found something that's called CKLA. It is highly praised by everybody that's using it. It builds a lot of knowledge for our kids. And our kids don't have a lot of knowledge around here. They don't have a lot of experiences. So this pulls in multiple texts, multiple experiences through a unit. It's thematic. We're gonna do a lot of thematic things with them next year, just to give them those hands-on experiences, bring people in, to kind of bring it to life for them. So they're not only reading it, they're understanding what they're reading. So it's aligned. It is called CKLA. I think did Ashley talk last board meeting about it?
She did.
It's a great program. So we still have our Wonder stuff, which we're gonna hold on to until the next adoption. This is state approved, so we're good. It was free. They have a free online version, so we're using the free online version, so it didn't cost us anything.
Good.
It's a transition until we adopt again.
I've told this story about the little girl that Katie had, did not know what biscuits were. She looked at them and said, questioning bread. And we began to go deeper, what kind of bread? Her only knowledge of bread was a slice of white bread. She didn't know that there was anything else.
Like there's a whole
And this
unit.
is what
Yeah.
our kids are up against.
Well, there's a whole unit on the ocean.
Yeah.
For kindergarten, and I was in there doing an observation, and 3 kids out of that entire class of 20 kids knew what a seagull was. Because they've not experienced it, you know, so, I mean, we just have to give them a really rich curriculum that builds that knowledge for them.
They have to have a background
They do.
knowledge. They have to have an image of what that word is, or it's just blank.
And Wonders was just
Yeah.
weak, it was just very weak in that.
I do
But
want
at the
to,
time when they adopted it, that was the best, see, the best.
It was, and they
was out
also
there.
shoved it down our throats
They
during
did.
COVID.
They did,
So it was a quick adoption,
it was.
there were only like 3 choices that they gave us, so we did the best that we could with what we had, and, you know, so.
I do want to really stress this Veterans Heritage Project. And to think that we are the pilot school in Tennessee. This originated in Arizona, and they want to get it out in Tennessee. I've been in contact with David Pickler. He's very, I think if you heard his presentation at TSBA, he talked some about veterans and what all he's been involved with. But I'm hoping that he can help us get it spread. It's probably one of the best projects I've seen in a long time because these students interview themselves. They interview the veterans. Then they do the transcribing. This is all student done. And Melissa Cruz started out helping, and she has since turned it over to Stephanie Duncan, which is ideal because of the English component of it. But there's so many skills that these kids are developing when they do this. Not only an appreciation of history and the great sacrifice that these veterans have given, but then just the skills that they're learning in the interview, the transcription, and the whole process. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this grow throughout the area and throughout Tennessee. Is there anything else?
Just remember, if you guys have any suggestions about the CTE, like we're gonna have to move, so if you guys can, somebody could email me from the board. If you don't have suggestions, I think we'll, if y'all don't mind, just send it to me. You know, the money we
Yeah,
talked about
we've
at our
got
last
to.
meeting. If you all could email, hopefully by the end of next week, because we have got, you know, we have deadlines with the state, and Jason's working on that. He's not here, but he's working on that, and so we're gonna have to make some decisions, so. I think that's it.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn to the soccer field?
Motion. Second.
I had an opening for a 4th and 5th grade teachers.